Lord help me. Hey guys, it's Sherri Summers. I'm gonna try again. Fall. So it's Monday. I'm excited. It was cold, it was hot, but that's Florida for you. I'm excited to be here. Welcome to Monday. Anyways, the reason I say information might be a downfall is because plenty of the time we live in a content driven place right now where every time we turn around there's more content being thrown at us. Hi Melissa, hi Kenneth, hey Dee, hey James. There's so much information that's being thrown at us right now that it's hard for us to kind of, maybe that's why Facebook Live just keep going down, right? There's so much content driven information that is thrown at us that we don't have time to even suck it all in and implement information, which is really what I want to talk to you about today. Because if you are the type of person that love to get information, love to get education, which I am, and always love to study. We call this analysis paralysis, because we're always studying before we're implementing, and that has maybe our downfall. This is definitely for you right now. Hey guys, it's Sherri Summers, your revenue attraction strategist and business coach. And I want to just touch on here just short, few minutes, 5 minutes of your time, and let you know that when you are an entrepreneur, when you're doing business, whether you're doing business on the side or you're doing it full time, too much information can get you stuck from getting started. There are plenty of times when I have went to different places and have given them information and strategies and it's not implemented. Why? Because sometimes it takes, right? Sometimes it takes for you to take a breather and say, and hold yourself accountable and use that information that is being given to you. Now, why is it too much information? Could be your reason for being stuck, because you're maybe getting information, but you're not getting the how. Right? There's a difference. You get information. Okay, you got me this information. Now, how do I do the how? Right? How do I do the how? Guys, while I'm waiting, go ahead and tell me where you are, where you're from, where you're listening from, what state you're in, and what you do for a living, whatever your business is. Go ahead and drop it in the comments, because you never know where your next collaboration or someone that needs your help is. So I wanted to touch on that a little bit, because information is maybe the answer to certain things that you need. But if you're not implementing the information that is given to you, all it was just information. So we have to find a way to bridge the gap between what you're hearing and what you're not hearing, right? And there are times we have a tendency to say something doesn't work because we don't know how to implement it properly. And that is not the case. I'm going to give y'all an example. So I got these, I got my hair all curled up for y'all this morning because I was using this curling iron. Now this one little curling iron, y'all, cost me $100, right? For this curling iron. And what was unique about it, I was hosting an event in Atlanta, the Women Are Dope event for Miss Chelsea. And when I went into the kiosk of the mall, and while I was there, you know, people always stopping you and say, hey, can you want to try this product? So I never stopped for them at all. But it's funny because I was there to go find something to get my hair curled. So I bought this $100 curling iron and I went home. So I went home and I said, this doesn't work. I don't spend $100, it doesn't work. And so I stopped using it and went back to my old-fashioned curling iron with the spritz and the little stinky spritz that I don't like using my hair, because I said this one doesn't work. And then I said to myself, if I'm gonna pay $100 for a curling iron, I'm gonna make sure it works. So I made sure every day, even when I want to use something else, I use the one that I invested in. See where I'm going with the story? The one I invested in. So I went and I tried until I was able to get it. And all it was I wasn't, flipping the hand right or doing it right. I say that to say this, not because the thing is not working, that doesn't mean it doesn't work. Let me say that again. Not because the thing doesn't work for you, that doesn't mean it doesn't work. What happened is we get stuck because we get stuck on information overload, and we don't know how to push through those information to arrive at the results. And sometimes it takes like a business coach like myself, or sometimes it takes somebody who's thinking with a different eye. Like if I'm pondering through something, I call one of my business girlfriend or my get it friends or someone who's in the same industry, and they say, hey, what am I doing wrong here? Because sometimes it takes another person to look at the picture of what you have for for yourself. Some of you guys want to start businesses. Some of you guys don't know where to start. You need a roadmap, and you need the 1, 2, 3, right? Whenever my clients work with me, they get so excited in the beginning, like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Let's get started. And I have to be the cheerleader. Hi, Lee. Hey, Natalie. How you doing, love? I have to be the cheerleader that said, okay, slow down now. Let's take this step one step at a time. So, and I do that because I don't want them to have information overload. So sometimes too much information can get you stuck. Now, how do we clear that out? What is a how? How do we clear that out? Well, first of all, you have to identify and be aware that this is what's happening, right? You have to identify and be aware of what's happening. And number two, you have to make sure that you're not just getting information, you're also getting the how. So I am a how strategist. I love teaching my clients the how, right? And if I'm working with somebody, or I'm looking for my own coach and she can't tell me the how, or he can't tell me how, that's not the person I need to work with. So I like to work with people who know the how, or are going to teach me the how, not just give me the information. And even when I'm doing my marketing momentum masterclass, shout out to marketing momentum masterclass, make sure you sign up for that coming up March 5th. To everyone who signed up, I'm excited. I can't wait, because I'm a how teacher. Here's how you market your business and take your business to the next level. Here are the step-by-step guidelines to amplify your visibility so people can like, know, and trust you and want to buy from you, so you can get happy clients. So when you're getting information overload, it's important that you understand that the person has to be able to deliver the how. Yes, I'm seeing you guys are really, really tuning in, and let me know that where you guys are from. Some Orlando people in here, Titusville people in here. Hey, D, how you doing? Yes, and the information of the how. And sometimes when you break down the how, you realize that the thing is not as hard as you thought it was. But because it was never implemented, and because, ladies and gentlemen, the key to successful business is consistency and routine. Consistency and routine. Let me add another one to that. Discipline, consistency, and routine. So when I was telling you guys about my curling iron, if I did not make it my business to say I invested money in that, and I'm going to use the tools and information that I know, if I have to go on YouTube University and figure it out, I'm going to do it. And that's where we get stopped, because we get the information, we package it, and we put it inside our head or in a notepad, but we don't implement it. And when we don't implement it, how can you make money for something that you don't implement? So this is why it's so important that you understand, when you're getting information from someone, make sure you're getting the how along with it. And even if it means that how you have to pay for, because you pay to play, right? So it's important to understand that. Melissa, I see that you're in Orlando, real estate broker. I like that. I like that. And with that being said, one thing our clients want to do is to position you as the expert in your field. So with Melissa being an Orlando real estate broker, people are going to ask her, what about this? Is this a good time to buy? Is this not time to buy? These are all common questions that's going to be asked to her, and they're expecting her to answer. So it's the same thing when you get information overload. Now, I'm sure you've had it, that friend or whatever want to take you out to eat and pick your brain. Now, people say to me, Sherri, you're always in my She's Unlimited group. Make sure you join She's Unlimited if you haven't already. In my She's Unlimited group, I give tons of nuggets and tons of information to raise your business to the next level. And people are saying to me, oh man, you just give it all. And here's the thing, I can give it all, but you also need the implementation that goes with giving it all, right? Because I do believe that I want you to win. And if I have a nugget for you to win, that's awesome. However, I know the struggle is that people are having a hard time implementing. Now, why is that? Sometimes it's time management. They're not able to find the time to implement the information. So here's what you do with that. You take a small index card, just like this. Just like this. I don't know if you can see it. Small index card, just like this. And when you take that small index card, you write on there, and I say to you all the time, you write on there your daily things that you want to get done that day. Now you put them all, you just put them all out, like you're doing mastermind, like you're doing mind dump into master plan. You just write out on your index card all the things that you want to get done for the day. Now, do you think you're going to get everything done for today? Nope, you're not. But that's okay, because you start with your top priority, and then you work your way down. What is not done, you apply it to the next index card for the next day, right? But you do not skip over. Now, the only time you have the right to skip over, if there's a system or something you need or something you need to get approved before you move to the next level, right? Sometimes I says things to my assistant and she need to approve it first or do something with it first. So I move on to the next thing until she emailed me back and say, yes, it's approved. Let's do this, right? So this is how you stop from having information overload all the time and create an implementation of always being disciplined, consistency, and gathering routine in your business. Very small. And this costs $1, right? And the whole pack at a dollar store. So this is how you be more effective in your business. So you write down all the things that you need today to scale your business to the next level. It could be a lead magnet that you need to create. It could be your website design that you need to work on. Whatever that thing that you may be a business coach that you need to call to get started. Whatever it may be, you write it down on your note card and then you make a list of it. Now, each thing maybe requires sub steps. That's another thing. You may require sub steps, and that's okay because in your daily routine, you create 1 hour. Y'all, I used to go on my lunch break in my car and get my work done. Okay, so I used to take my lunch break sometimes in my car to get my work done. So there's no excuse, y'all. That's why I can't do excuses at all because I've been there and I did it in my lunch break to get these things, the things that I need. If I need to call a web designer, hey, where are we at with this? I would do that because when you're hungry for the next thing and you're hungry for success, you don't create excuses. You create implementation, right? Give me a 1 if you understand what I'm talking about. You don't create excuses. When you're ready to take your business to a higher and next level, you make sure that you have implementation and you surround yourself with people that are going to give you the result from you implementing the strategies that is given to you, right? So we're talking about too much information may be the reason why you're stuck. As an entrepreneur, as content marketing, there's always somebody that's pulling at you, talking to you, telling you to do this, telling you to do that. However, when you're making a decision as to who you need to associate with or who you need to create, understand that information is great, but without implementing the information, you're just stuck, right? So sometimes you need that second brain or that second person. That's why you have mastermind classes. That's what mastermind's supposed to be about. It's people around the same level getting together and thinking in a mastermind group. These are all things that I share in my She's Unlimited group. So make sure that you definitely search for a She's Unlimited, and we talk about all these strategies for scaling your business. Now, the struggle that we sometimes see is that you have this notebook and you have all this. Hey, Cynthia, here. Hey, Redford, how you doing? You have your struggle that you sometimes see is that you have your notebook, which is me. I have my notebook, right? Make today amazing. And inside of my notebook, y'all, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff in here. There's so much stuff in my notebook. So I write my information down in my notebook. And then I create a SMART goal to when I am going to implement the information that is given. And I want you to take that same strategy because every day you're gathering content, but if you're not birthing out those content, I spoke at an event this past Saturday and we talked about birthing your information out so you can bless someone, you can be an impact while making an income in your community. And at St. James AME Church, shout out to them. Thank you for having me, the women's ministry. It was phenomenal. And that was one of the things I touched on because we're always surrounded by information. But what we are doing with the information is up to us. See, no one's going to come save you. In my Unlimited Success Academy class, no one is coming to save me. I say, we have this week, matter of fact, we're doing our 30 days build your list challenge in my Unlimited Success Academy. And our reminders is sent out, but it's up to the participant to make sure that they're responsible enough to get the information and implement. Because one of the things that's keeping your money and the revenue of not generating is maybe the information that you're getting, maybe you're right information, but are you implementing the information when you get it? Because that can be the struggle. Tag somebody right now that maybe need to hear this, right? Tag somebody that need to hear it. You know you need a new website. You know you need a lead magnet. You know you need to create that content. You know you need to do that Facebook ads. You know you need to work on your Facebook page, but you have yet to implement the things, and all those things will attract your right and ideal client in your business. But if you're too busy to implement the information, the person's giving the information, it's just up to you to implement it. What I learned very, very early on in my career, there's nobody's going to be in charge of your success but you. There's no one, not your child, not your family, not your significant other. No one will be in charge of your success more than you. So when you get the information, it's up to you to create a roadmap and a plan. Now you're telling me, Sherri, I struggle in this field. I struggle in this area trying to create a roadmap of what comes next. I hear you. Hey, Cheeky. Hi, William. How you doing? Shout out to you guys. Yes, yes. There are many times that my clients are struggling that I don't know the next step I'm supposed to take. I'm spinning my wheels. And if you feel like you're spinning your wheels, that's because you need to get with someone who already has done it before and can answer that question for you. And yes, when they're able to answer the question for you, it changes the trajectory of your bank account. That's the first thing, right? And you're cutting the learning curve. So what took us 10 years to learn or 5 years to learn, it will take you 3 and 4 years when implemented to learn. So I want you to understand that you're stuck is only a mindset because you have the goal and you have the things that you need to do. I just said about making sure you write down your to-do list of what you need to do in your business today to get your business forward. Now, here's my question for you. Go ahead and tell me right now in the comments, what are some things that you know you need to work on this week to get your business to see the revenue that you need to see? Is it a website? Because, you know, you may have somebody right now in the chat that can help you with that. But if they don't know what you need, they can't help you, right? So go ahead right now and tell me what you, first of all, I want you to tell me what you do, because there's some people in here that may be able to help you that are listening under the sound of my voice. And the second thing, if you need something that you know you need to scale your business, go ahead and write it right now in the comments so people can understand and ready to be work with you. In the meantime, I also provided a link to how to generate leads cost effectively. Listen, how to generate leads cost effective is a pre-webinar that I did the other day, and you guys can click on the link and make sure that you get that information, because we know the more leads you get, the more you can really capture, convert, and close those leads to attract your clients and gain revenue. Who would like to make extra money in their bank account, right? So I am telling you these strategies because when you get information and the information is not implemented, or you try to do things alone, it leaves you stuck, right? It leaves you stuck. So your goal is to, one, surround yourself with people who understand you, what your needs are, and positive people. I'm not talking about negative Nancy and Debbie Downer. Get rid of them, all right? I'm not talking about that, because let me tell you guys, success leaves clues. Dr. Stacey always say that. Success leaves clues, right? And if you can pick up those nuggets and pick up those clues or those gems on your journey to success, you will definitely be able to be successful. Give me a 1 if you understand what I'm trying to say. Success is not this big scientist. It leaves clues. And a person who are dedicated to be confident, consistent, and disciplined, even when it don't seem like it, are normal people that win, right? Because we would listen, we don't walk by sight, we walk by faith, right? So when you're disciplined in some, there's so many times I go somewhere and I speak at an event, whether it's out of town, out of state, and someone said, hey, I've been following you for so long, and never even said a comment, right? It's just how people are. So if I stop because the response is not what I'm getting, then I'm not doing it for the response. You're doing it to impact people's lives. I've said it before, I'm going to say it one more time before I close. You are here. Your gift was given to you to help someone else. Your gift was given to you to help someone else. It wasn't given for you to keep. What's good is keeping a gift that you have. So you know that information is where you're stuck, because you do have the information, but you don't know the implementation. This is where you seek out help. This is where you seek out help from people who have received the information, who have implemented the information and seen the results. And it can be duplicated if you're ready for success. There are time management skills that you can learn to know how to time management your skills. And listen, sometimes it means getting uncomfortable so you can live comfortable. Let me say it again. Sometimes it means get uncomfortable so you can live comfortable. All right, guys, I hope you were able to get something out of this information, because I know what it's like to being able to get information overload or become analysis paralysis, where you're always researching before you get started, right? And this year, we know right now more than ever, information is out there to help us get started, but we still don't know which one we should start with. And if this is you, please join me for a Marketing Momentum Masterclass, March 5th, Marketing Momentum Masterclass, and join us in our She is Unlimited group, right? There's somebody that didn't know this, because that friend that has been telling you she's going to start that, open that business, or that friend that tell you she's going to write that book, or that person that tell you that she's going to be a design whatever, and they still haven't got started yet because they got the information, they got the tool, they got the notebook, is filled with information, but they have yet to get started. If you have, or if that's maybe you that need to get started. All right, guys, I say I'm not going to keep you long. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, T. Hey, Cheeky. Hey, guys, I thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I appreciate it. Make sure you share it. Make sure you give it to somebody who want to be blessed by it. Hey, Melissa, thank you for tuning in. And until next time, it's Sherri Summers, your revenue attraction strategist. And hey, Virginia, how you doing? And your business coach. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you love this information, and make sure you forward it to someone that needs it. Have a good day. God bless, and be safe out there, guys. And grab my free link for hot leads, how to generate hot leads in your business. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.